Yeah, I think this is the biggest challenge on my life. Super happy, bro. I am.
If Charles tries to get him to the ground, I think he's gonna pass the test of the takedown defense everywhere against the fence.
Mateusz Gamrot is a better competitor than he is a fighter, bro. Like, this dude knows how to compete, and he will fight a guy like Charles Oliveira accordingly, man.
When Dustin Poirier talks about fights, the MMA world pays attention, and this time his take on Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot is turning heads. Poirier believes someone's about to deliver a performance that nobody sees coming, and his breakdown might just change how you view this fight. To begin with, Dustin Poirier showed major respect for Mateusz Gamrot as he reacted to Gamrot finally getting his big opportunity. Poirier revealed he personally backed Gamrot for the fight, calling him the gamer for a reason. Highlighting his elite grappling, wrestling, and improving striking, Poirier made it clear that Gamrot is ready to face the best in the world.
Man, I was super happy for him. I was campaigning on his side. I was reposting stuff and put him in. He's ready because I knew he was ready. Then I saw some articles, Charles saying guys are saying they would take it, and then they behind the scenes they would back out. But I knew Gamrot, if he said it, he's in. This guy's, his nickname's the Gamer for a reason. He wants to smoke. He wants to get in there with the best guys in the world, and his grappling skills are incredible. Obviously, I've had a lot of camps with him, trained alongside him. I know he competed in ADCC years ago, and the guy grew up wrestling. He's very high-level jiu-jitsu practitioner, very high-level wrestler. His striking is really evolving, and he's a good striker now. It's a tough fight for both guys.
Next, Poirier kept it real when breaking down Charles Oliveira versus Mateusz Gamrot, calling it tough, high-level matchup for both fighters. He pointed out that Charles might struggle to get Gamrot to the ground, acknowledging the Polish contender's elite defensive wrestling. And Poirier made it clear that this won't be an easy night for either man.
It's going to be a very high-level fight. I think Charles is going to have a really tough time getting Gamrot down if he can.
Building on that, Dustin Poirier shared valuable insight from his own experience facing Charles Oliveira, offering tactical advice for Mateusz Gamrot. He emphasized the importance of lateral movement and smart footwork, warning that Charles excels in straight-line exchanges and clinch control. Poirier noted that staying either fully in or fully out is key to avoiding Oliveira's dangerous front kicks and pressure.
Charles is a very front and back fighter. You need to be more lateral. Gamrot needs to use footwork, be all the way in or all the way out. With a guy like Charles, he's long and strong in the clinch, and he uses it very well. He'll throw front kicks and then get into the clinch, smother your boxing.
Then, Dustin broke down why he believes Mateusz Gamrot is a real edge in this fight. He praised Gamrot's elite wrestling and scrambling, saying he can dictate where the fight happens, standing or on the ground. But Poirier also warned against moving in straight lines, highlighting Charles Oliveira's dangerous knees, kicks, and unpredictable clinch attacks.
But I think Gamrot, with his wrestling experience and he'll be able to pick where the fight goes. If he wants to stand up, he can do that. If he wants it to the ground, he can take it there. If Charles tries to get him to the ground, I think he's going to pass the test of the takedown defense everywhere against the fence, in the open. Gamrot's a really good scrambler, really good wrestler. But just don't stay on a straight line with Charles. He throws heavy, throws good knees, throws good push kicks, and he's tricky in the clinch. He uses different angles and different timing in the clinch. I think, like I said, and I've said this in a lot of different fights.
Meanwhile, Mateusz Gamrot revealed to Ariel Helwani how uncertainty surrounded the matchup at first. He didn't know which direction the promotion would go, but he made it clear in the media that he was ready. Gamrot said after seeing Charles Oliveira's initial hesitation, his confident post about the fight became the turning point that secured the bout. That moment of boldness changed the course of his career.
The first moment, I don't have answer. I just put pressure in the media. Only just I am ready. I was reacted what Charles Oliveira doing. I saw his interview. Like the first moment, he's not ready for my style. But when I post the picture with the lion, has the most UFC bonuses in the UFC. Is not ready to the grappler. So I think this was the final moment when I get the fight.
And as the story continued, Gamrot described learning he'd landed the Oliveira fight as a moment of pure, unfiltered joy. He remembered receiving the call while out with a friend, stopping at a gas station and feeling overwhelmed. Confident rather than intimidated, he set his conditioning, scrambling and striking already. He's heading to Rio intent and fully seizing this chance and proving himself, and that excitement became fuel for his preparation.
Oh, with Zabor, this is my friend, we're going to the lunch. At the same moment, I saw the call from my manager, and bro, we need to stop it in the gas station because I know something's happened, you know. And you see my reaction. This was pure life and pure happiness moment to me because, like I say, I get the huge name in the legend of MMA. Oliveira, of course, is one of the greatest in lightweight division. But I am more than ready to fight with him, you know. I am not afraid to scramble with him in the ground, exchange punch in the fight. I have no pressure, bro. The God give me the conditioning to so. I'm going to the Rio and I wanna take his place.
In addition, Kamaru Usman praised Charles Oliveira for stepping up to compete at UFC Rio, calling him a true entertainer for the fans. He highlighted how, despite being a late replacement, Mateusz Gamrot is always in shape and remains a serious threat. Usman emphasized Gamrot's danger and consistency, reminding everyone of his proven ability to deliver when it counts, and when a former champion gives that kind of respect, it says a lot.
Oliveira is stepping back in there to entertain everybody at UFC Rio, October 11th, going down, and steps in. Yes, it might be late replacement, but this man is always in the gym, and this man is ultra dangerous, as we've seen time and time again. Stepping in Mateusz Gamrot.
On the technical side, Henry Cejudo broke down why he believes Mateusz Gamrot could pose serious problems for Charles Oliveira. He called Gamrot a better competitor than fighter, emphasizing his wrestling background and ability to control positions, tie up, and slow the pace. Cejudo admitted Oliveira is dangerous, but stylistically, he sees this matchup as a tough one for the Brazilian. This kind of strategic insight added even more intrigue to the matchup.
And he will fight a guy like Charles Oliveira accordingly, man. You know, he comes from the sport of wrestling where he's gonna do the little bit of the same thing that Arman did. Take him down, control the inside tie him up, slow him down, keep him on his back. He's gonna have to, man. His striking abilities are not as good as I would say as Arman, but even Arman did the right thing to take down Charles Oliveira around the whole time. Stylistically, I don't like this fight for Charles Oliveira. I really don't, but if anybody can get it done, it is Charles. But I just feel like stylistically, this is a bad matchup for Charles.
Looking back at that moment, Mateusz Gamrot described getting the call to face Charles Oliveira as a career-defining moment. He called it a fight like a title shot, expressing pure happiness and determination. Confident in his strength, health, and mindset at 35, Gamrot said this is the perfect time to seize the opportunity, especially on enemy territory in Rio. For Gamrot, this wasn't just another fight, it was the fight.
That I get this fight, bro, this is like fight of the title for me. Like the Charles Oliveira, one of the greatest lightweight division. So if I can jump this fight, you can't never turn down this fight, you know. So this was my natural reactions, pure happiness, and 35 years old, strong, healthy, my mind is sharp. So this is the right time and the right moment to take this place, especially fight in Rio.
From another angle, Bia Mesquita shared her excitement for the stylistic clash between Mateusz Gamrot and Charles Oliveira. As a grappling fan, she admitted her heart is split, supporting her teammate Gamrot while admiring Oliveira's legendary submission game. She praised Gamrot's elite wrestling and Oliveira's creative ground skills, calling it a dream matchup for grappling enthusiasts.
Yeah, I think that's going to be an amazing fight, even knowing that it was only 2 weeks before the event announcement. But I think they both going to be ready with their life experience, you know. My heart is divided with a teammate and one of the biggest names of the martial arts. One, Charles, I'm like a big fan of him, of everything he did in the MMA, especially being a grappler, you know, all that submissions that he made us go crazy during this whole career. But Gamrot is also ready to go because his wrestling is like on point and it's one of the best in the division. I'm, as a grappler fan, I'm really excited with this fight. This matchup, I think, was the best that could happen.
Not only that, BMS Keita highlighted the explosive submission threat of Charles Oliveira, noting how quickly he can attack on the ground. But she also praised Mateusz Gamrot's wrestling for neutralizing that danger. As a lifelong grappling fan, Mesquita called this matchup a dream scenario. The perfect main event to witness in her debut as a fight spectator, and for grappling purists, this is a must-watch drama.
Charles has the submissions attempts that can come right away, but Gamrot has a really good wrestling style that avoids that grappling game, that submission game. But as a fan of grappling, I think that couldn't be better a matchup for me in my debut to watch that main event. It's amazing.
And finally, Mateusz Gamrot proudly spoke about his grappling roots, calling jiu-jitsu and wrestling part of his DNA. He said he loves ground exchanges and scrambles, making this matchup with Charles Oliveira especially exciting. While showing respect to Oliveira as a legend and dangerous grappler, Gamrot made it clear this is a changing of the guard and he's ready to take that spot. His confidence set the stage for a high-stakes battle in Rio.
I am wrestler at jiu-jitsu, and wrestling is in my DNA. I love fight in the ground. I love scramble. I love exchange techniques. So yeah, this is my background, and I'm happy right now because I can challenge myself against the most dangerous grappler in the lightweight division, Charles Oliveira. I have a lot of respect for him. He's a great person and great name. But right now he's changed guard and I want to take his place.
And in a fight game built in heart, skill, and timing, moments like these define legacies. Mateusz Gamrot isn't just stepping into enemy territory, he's walking straight into a storm, carrying the weight of belief, preparation, and destiny. Across from him stands Charles Oliveira, who's forced chaos into victory time and time again. Two men, one octagon, one night in Rio that could shake the lightweight division to its core. Will Gamrot's relentless wrestling and footwork rewrite the story, or will Oliveira once again drag his opponent into deep waters and make history? The table is set, the stakes couldn't be higher, and as Dustin Poirier said, someone's about to surprise the world. This isn't just a fight, it's a collision of belief, skill, and legacy. Who do you think will have the upper hand? Gamrot's relentless pressure or Oliveira's lethal finishing instincts? Will Gamrot's wrestling neutralize Oliveira's submission game, or will DeBronx find a way to make magic happen again? And most importantly, who leaves Rio with their hand raised? Drop your predictions in the comments, and if you love fight breakdowns, bold predictions, and the kind of insight that hits harder than a clean left hook, don't just scroll, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the fight family.